With the release of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, everyone is in the mood to talk about Spider-Man. So for me, I am going to stop and rank all three Spider-Man movies from the Sam Rami trilogy from the worst to the best. Now, this one is probably going to be a very predictable list. One of them you may not expect, but still, it's one that I find very, very proud of because this one's probably one of my favorites. Since since I did my my other Spider-Man ranking a few months back, this one should be good. So in last place is Spider-Man 3. Now, this problem suffers from something that all three of these movies suffer from: the horrible chemistry between Tobey Maguire, even though he's an amazing person, Tobey Maguire and what's her name? It's Kirsten Dunst or something. She is a horrible MJ, always making it about her. She literally in the movie says, "This is not about you. This is about me." She is so annoying and whines so much. I honestly just cannot hate her enough. She is so annoying, and she seems to just get more annoying with every movie. I mean, she smiles a lot, trying to look like she's nice, but really she is just a piece of, she is so annoying and so rude. Venom was obviously wasted in this movie. Just the way he's handled is really bad. It really rushes through lots of plot points that Sam Raimi didn't even want to do Venom in this. He didn't find Venom as a particularly interesting Spider-Man character or something like that. So he didn't want to do Venom, so he was forced into doing this, and it shows. And the casting of the person playing Venom was all so bad. In the end, it's not the worst film I've ever seen, but it definitely could have been a lot better and definitely ruined the trilogy. Because this is, I find, the weakest, and I do have a lot of nostalgia for it because this one was the first one I watched. I watched these out of order. I watched the third one. The third one was the first Spider-Man movie I watched of the Sam Raimi trilogy. Then I watched the second as my second one, and then the original was the last one I watched. So yeah, I know but I see a lot of movies way before I see the original. Usually, I see a lot of sequels before the original. I saw a lot of movies like X-Men: Dark Phoenix. I saw way before Apocalypse. But anyway, our runner-up is Spider-Man 2. So you thought I was going to put the original here. Sadly, you're mistaken. Now, most people will put this at number 1, so this could be considered a hot take. So here's the reason why. I felt like this has a really good villain. It's really hard to choose who's a better villain. Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin or the Dr. Octopus. These are two of probably Spider-Man's greatest and most well-known foes. And Venom's also up there as well, even if he was really handled poorly in Spider-Man 3. So, I just didn't really click with this one the way I clicked with the first one. I thought that it was really good when I saw it, but the original, I was like, wow, this is good. And I really enjoyed the original overall, but the second I did find mildly interesting. Yet again, MJ is very annoying in this. Just the way that her love life in this just makes things a billion times harder to watch, just making this so... Most people will say that Kirsten Dunst, if not everyone, will say that she is the worst of the Spider-Man love interests. Anyone that knows what they're saying will say that Emma Stone is by far the best of the Spider-Man love interests. Just the way that she's handled in the Amazing Spider-Man movies is really good. But Kirsten Dunst never helped Peter. But even though she knew he was Spider-Man and had a lot of pressure on him, she still finds time to try and blame him for this stuff. It is so bad. I cannot express enough about how much I hate this. She might be one of my least favorite characters probably of all time when it comes to movie characters, because I just really don't like how she's handled this. It just makes her feel so one-dimensional and so bratty. But coming in first place is Spider-Man. The original, in my mind, is definitely the best. Now, I'm not going to say if this one is going to be at the top of my list for my Spider-Man ranking, which I'm working on. I haven't seen it Across the Spider-Verse, so I need to see that first. So I may have to rent it or buy it or something. I don't know what to do with it, but anyway, this movie's a really good. Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin is a interesting choice, and it actually really paid off. So this one I find it's definitely rewatchable, but if I look for rewatchability, I probably would choose Spider-Man 2. For rewatchability, that's probably because I've seen that one the most. But I only saw Spider-Man about a week or two ago because I was preparing for this and I had just gotten the green light that I was allowed to watch it. So I really enjoyed this. I mean, when it comes to comic book movies, it's probably not my favorite when you have some like really good ones like X2, the Avengers movies, the Dark Knight trilogy. It's just I really enjoyed just the way it was paced. Even MJ still, you can tell that she's still very like one-dimensional in this and doesn't really care for anything. But she wasn't getting to like the way she's handling Spider-Man 2 and 3 yet. That Spider-Man 2 is when she just starts going off the rail bad. But the original is when she was probably handled the best, but that's still a very low bar. It's just the way that she complains about how her life is bad. Well, yeah, just MJ, I just have one thing that you should do if you think your life is so bad. Put yourself in Peter's shoes and just start getting knocked around, getting pulverized by lots of bad guys and goons at night, and then having to juggle going to school. You think your life is bad? Oh wow, it must be really bad for you, especially when you consider Spider-Man. It's just that's one of the reasons why I put the original over Spider-Man 2 and 3, because MJ lowers it so bad. And thank you guys for watching this. Like and subscribe if you want to. It is completely up to you. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good one.